I built an AI receptionist platform, and on my journey building the product, I've tried every single AI receptionist platform on the market. If you would like to take advantage of these tools, stay till the end because we're breaking down the top two of these tools. We are breaking down their cost structure, their strengths and their weaknesses, so you can make an informed decision on which platform to choose for your use case. Let's get started. So when it comes to AI assistant of the AI voice agent platform, we have a lot of platforms. Bland.ai, VAPI, Retell, Synthflow, Midis, and a lot more. But in this video, I want to focus on two of them. I will first present you four platforms, but I really want to focus on two of them because I feel like these two are actually kind of the best on the market, right? In the market right now. So we have Bland.ai. Bland.ai is a great tool. It's cheap. But I feel like it's not that good for production use cases. Sometimes the conversational pathway just break. Sometimes it doesn't follow the script, and the voices are not that great compared to the voices I can get from other platforms. So we'll not cover Bland.ai in this video. Same for Synthflow. Synthflow sounds good, but I feel like their assistants are not that good in terms of voice. And also, I think maybe they're integrating 11 Lab right now. But when I tested it, the assistant weren't that good. And the price structure is just too complex, too expensive for different use cases. And I feel like using other platform may be better than Synthflow right now. So I will be focusing on VAPI and Retell. So you have VAPI and you have Retell. So we'll just go through each of these platform, the cost structure, the weaknesses and strength, and maybe an informed decision on what you can choose and which platform you can choose depending on your case. So first of all, what's VAPI? VAPI is a voice agent API platform. It's basically built for developers. Maybe you didn't know that, but VAPI is an API. So it's built to be integrated into external systems. It's not built to be used as a final platform. Reason why a lot of tools present on VAPI are actually actually developer related. So, for example, you do not have direct integration with tools here, and a lot of things that you can do on the platform are actually enabled through an API. Compared to Retell, where you also have an API, but here you have a bit more things in terms of functionality. You have the bash call, you have the conversational pathway that's really great. Maybe VAPI just integrated one recently, but I think it's better on Retell and VAPI for the moment. You have webhooks that are directly integrated. You can see it here for all the events going on in your Retell account compared to here where you have to do it per assistant or per tool, if I can say it that way. And yeah, you have some pre-made integration into Retell that you do not get into VAPI. It makes sense because Retell is made to be an end product and VAPI is made to be an API. Okay, so first, when it comes to the difference between the two platforms, VAPI is built for developer voice API, and Retell is built for enterprise who wants an end product and do not want to integrate it into a different system or something like that, unless they want to extend it or create some specific use case on top of that. So that's the first differentiation. Okay. The second, in terms of price, let's start. I will just show it to you here by creating an assistant. Test assistant. And by the way, we'll just go through each of these platforms specifically later. So we'll do a video going through everything you can see and find in VAPI, and same for everything you can see and find into Retell later. So right now, I'll just be showing you a bit globally what you can do. So here we create an assistant called Mary, and we do the same here. We create an assistant here. We'll do prompt, single prompt assistant. Start from blank because we'll be using the same prompt and the same structure, so you can see the difference in prices. So first, when you have an empty prompt or an empty agent like this, let's say we copy this prompt here, and you choose GPT 3.5 because on the other side it's actually 3.5. I would not have 3.5 here. Yeah, so let's say you choose 340 here. Yes. So you will see in terms of structure that this seems less expensive, right? And the breakdown here is pretty clear. You have the LLM part here, you have the speech to text here, and you have to text to speech here. But here you will have two different prices. You'll have here the voice engine from 11 Lab, which seems a bit more expensive here, 0.07. And if you check it here, it's Cartesia, which is 0.02. And you have here the LLM as well, LLM cost, which is 0.05. And if you check here, it's kind of 0.02. So you will suppose that this VAPI is a bit cheaper when you have small prompt and when you choose third-party providers. It makes complete sense, right? But now when you want to get a better voice, when you want to get a better whatever, because when you want to build a complete platform, you'll need a longer prompt because you want to make every case possible handled by the AI. You just don't want to say you're an helpful assistant. So your prompt will be longer than just this. So you'll have to have a longer prompt, okay? Let's say you have a prompt that long. You see that the price is going up first, and you have to change the voice because Cartesia may not have the best voices, in my opinion. I think 11 Lab are better. So you choose 11 Lab, and you see your prices right at the 0.14 at 14 cents per minute. And if you come here, you do the same. You just have a really long prompt, nothing changed, right? And the voice actually open 11 Lab, and nothing changed. That's the difference here. So for VAPI, you're quite flexible in terms of what you can do and where you can choose a platform. And you can see it here, the transcriber, you have a lot of choices here. You can choose other platforms. I think Prime is better. It's the best one right now. You can choose different voice providers. So if you find a better voice provider that's cheap for you, VAPI can be cheaper than Retell. But when it comes to choosing the best, in terms of model, in terms of longer prompt, and in terms of voice, you will find out that in many cases, Retell is cheaper than VAPI. Okay, that's the first point. In terms of cost, Retell wins here. So now in terms of functionality in general, so they basically have the same functionality. You can buy in your phone number here. I think I need to add a card to this workspace, but you can buy your phone number directly from VAPI. It's $2. Same for Retell. You can just come here and go to phone numbers and then just buy your phone number as well. But the difference here is that VAPI allow you to import your phone numbers from Twilio directly if you have a provider like Twilio or Phonish already. So here you can just click on import, put your API keys and some few other parameters, and you get the phone number into VAPI directly working. Compared to here, where you either have to buy a new phone number or you have to connect your new phone number via SIP trunking. And yeah, so VAPI is a bit more flexible in this case. Now, when it comes to knowledge base, for VAPI, it's a really simple platform. You just have to upload a file. Just click, upload a file. Right? Just click and upload files. You can have it via the documentation. You can just extend it using the documentation. Pretty weird that the documentation is not existing. Okay. So you can extend that through the documentation. I think they're using Treve. So you just have to, if you're a coder, of course, you'll have to go into your code, add on top of it some other complex things to maybe support new, like maybe link related knowledge base or bulking part of knowledge base or things like that. Compared to VAPI, which is to Retell, which is really great when it comes to knowledge base. Just click here, you click test, YouTube, and you click on add. You have web pages, you have files, and you have text. So if you click on web pages and you do HTTPS, you like the AI, for example, click on save, you will see something pretty interesting here. You'll find the sitemap. It's not scrolling all the pages, unfortunately, but it's actually scrolling at least 100. I think here it's 5,000. I have like 7,000 pages on the server, but so it's scroll 5,000. So you can select all these 5,000 and you will import it up. I think maximum is 300, and you will import it into your project as knowledge base, which is really good when you wanna quickly get knowledge base from someone's website or from your own website and work with it. So as I mentioned, Retell is actually made to be an end platform that you directly use, and VAPI is made to be an API. So that's the difference. Okay, with that said, we can go to a different functionality. Maybe here, the tools functionality. It's pretty basic here in VAPI. You just have some two integration to make in GUI level and some custom webhook here. And then, so if you have to do anything, you have to do it via an external platform. Let's say you want to create a calendar, an appointment booker. You need to do it and create your complete automation on a different platform. Compared to Retell here, where when you have an agent, let's say I think we create an agent here, and oh, the prompt's gone. We forgot to save it. So you click on functions and you click on add function. You have preset functions here, which is actually pretty good. You have the call transfer, the check calendar, the book on calendar, which is kind of this, standard functionality when it comes to appointment booking, for example, the press digit, IVR navigation, and some custom functions, which is actually the same thing that you get here on VAPI with either Make or GUI level. Or yeah, you can still connect this platform here, but you actually have these pre-made functions, which makes it pretty easy for you to integrate that into into your platform. So, and with that said, let's go to the next part of the class, which are actually blocks here. So you see this workflow functionality, it's actually the same. So if you come here and select this for this assistant here, and you will see that the block will be created, and this block will be like a block-wise thing where you can just say, okay, start here, and if this happen, do this, same for Retell. So I think Retell interface is a bit more intuitive and a bit more interesting to work with compared to the VAPI one. So here, just click on create agent. You will find here the conversational flow. You can choose pre-made. So I can just use one pre-made to show you how it looks like, what it looks like. And here you can add new blocks in VAPI, step, conversation, tool, and workflow. But here you have a bit more functionality. You have functions, you have call transfer, you have press digit, you have, so you have a bit more complex platform here, a platform that's a bit more complex and a bit more intuitive compared to the VAPI platform when it comes to workflows. So that's something as well. And then, in terms of logs, you can get your recordings here, your API key, API request logs here, and your webhook logs here. And in Retell, you need to come here and go to your call history to get your call history, of course. And apart from that, I did not see any way to actually get much more than that. So I think in VAPI, it's because you don't really need the API request thing. Although Retell gives you the same API functionality. So if you come to, I think, Sharp Sensor, and you come to API reference, you will see that you have the launch a call, create a Retell LLM, create a Retell agents. You can do it via API as well, but you don't have the same amount or the same level of logging of logs that you can get on VAPI. Yes. So, but both platforms are pretty great. So I think I will just stop here. You have much more things that you can do. For example, I thought about the batch call, where you can just import a list and call them spontaneously. Something I forgot to mention is that on Retell, you can call 20 numbers spontaneously. And on VAPI, it's actually capped at 10. So that's a huge difference as well, based on the scalability that you want to achieve with your platform or with your tool. And in terms of billing, as I mentioned, Retell seems to be cheaper when it comes to long prompts compared to VAPI. That's because I forgot to mention it. That's because you have this a fixed price, 0.05 dollar per minute, which is actually half of the pricing of the whole of like half of your pricing. So if you have to sell this, you are giving half of your money to VAPI somehow. Despite the fact that Retell just add this fee on top of their where is it? On top of these providers fee here. So okay. So with that said, I hope this can help you make a better decision when it comes to the voice AI agent that you will choose. But in general, if I can say something as the last word, when you are maybe a developer and you want to really customizable platform where you will do almost everything by yourself using code, VAPI is the best platform. When you want an end product where you just want to configure and release it to someone or release it for yourself without having to hosted with many other layers on top of your platform, Retell is the best platform here. So yeah, thank you for watching. By the way, I'll be doing, as I mentioned earlier, a deep down video showing you how to build anything on top of this platform, especially Retell and VAPI. And yeah, if you're interested, don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one. Ciao.